With the 24th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select.
Who are they going to select, bros? We got a great video for you today. We're going to do some 2-round Dallas Cowboys mock drafts. We'll hit up on the Senior Bowl here to start off, and a few notes and tidbits, and then we'll get into our mock draft. So we're going to have I'm going to do a 2-round mock draft, and Mike will do a 2-round mock draft. So you're going to get 2 for the price of 1, baby. Are you guys excited? Shout out to everybody in the chat box. It's going to be a fun video. It's going to be a very fun video. Mike, how are you doing, bro?
I'm good, Joe. I'm good, man. Taco Tuesday. Definitely chow down on some carnita tacos today. Hold the onion. Don't want my breath stinking all day. So happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. Happy Frisco report to everybody out there.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Taco Tuesday. Good stuff right there. Good stuff. And we're going to give you guys good stuff tonight here. So, guys, sit back, have a cold one. Catch this on the replay. Watch through the whole video. This is going to be a fun mock draft. Mike, the Senior Bowl finished. We gave a list of our prospects that we were, wanted to look at. I really like some of the ones that you hit on, Mike, and they had a good showing. Travis Jones, the big behemoth out of Connecticut. This would be a good addition to the Cowboys front, man, if we could get a man of that size. You know what I mean? So a lot of good players there. A couple of players that I really liked in that game, Mike. But the Cowboys, they do like to draft from that Senior Bowl, right? So anybody that they really stood out to you, maybe somebody that was on your list, or maybe somebody that wasn't on your list, who did you really like in the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, on my list, there was 2 of them on my list that I really liked. The guards that I was telling you about, Ed Ingram out of LSU and Marquise Hayes out of Oklahoma. I thought he had a standout Senior Bowl performance, just mauling people. Had great practices, too. People not on my list was a running back, Abram Smith. I thought he had a really good Senior Bowl, too, Joe. Those are the guys stand out. And then the DB JT Woods to have the national team win it there at the end. I thought he had a good week of preparation and a good solid game. And he was off and on, but to still in with the interception, I thought was clutch.
Yeah, well, it was good, man. I think I think for the most part, the players that really showed up in practice, they did a good job carrying it into the game. Perrion Winfrey, defensive tackle, edge guy out of Oklahoma, I thought did pretty good.
He did really good. He reminds me of like a slobber knocker, dude. I mean, he played like he was in a robbery game.
Yeah, yeah, he did really well. Did really well in that game. The running backs, quarterbacks, I think they did okay. I liked Malik Willis. I think the most out of those guys. I think he's got a NFL arm ready. He's got a lot of zip. I think some of these guys really earned some money in here. Talk about Zion Johnson. Some players of the Cowboys, might have interest in. Not much leaked out as far as who the Cowboys visited with. I can tell you guys that they did visit with the quarterbacks, but I think it was more of a research because some other teams in NFC East may draft one of these guys because they're quarterback needy, right? You talk about Giants, Washington. So I think it's just more due diligence as far as the Cowboys, just giving a quick talk to the quarterbacks, right? I mean, you got to do it, right? So, but this is going to be a good one here, Mike. We're gonna do a 2-round mock draft. I'm gonna let Mike go first, and we're gonna select the mock draft simulator. So we got 4 to choose from. We've got the let's see here, Mike. We got the Draft Network, we got PFF Simulator, and we got Pro Football Network Simulator, and we got a new one, NFL Mock Draft Database Simulator. Mike, which one did you want to roll with?
PFF. Let's do PFF.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go. Mike's gonna go PFF. Hold on. Let me get everything shared out here on the screen so we can see what we're about to unleash to the world as we know it. All right. All right, let's share this here. We want to go PFF. So there we go. Okay. There's the PFF. Let's go on the top here, Mike. All right, Mike. So we got the PFF simulator in action. We're going to go Cowboys with the number 24 pick. We're going to go 2 rounds. We'll go about medium speed so you guys can at least see which picks are going by. Let's try right there. All right, Mike. 2 round mocks. Let's enter the draft.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. We're going to start the draft, guys. Mike is on the clock for the Cowboys, 24th pick. Let's see what he does. Sauce Gardner. All right. Garrett Wilson. Booth. Dean Linderbaum's gone. Chris Olave. Devin Lloyd, 1 pick before the Cowboys. Wow. All right, Mike. You are on the clock. Cowboys GM. What would you
Can you
like
scroll
to do?
down for me a little bit, Joe, so I can see the BPAs here?
Okay. So we got their best available. Bernard Ryman, Desmond Ritter. Kenyon Green is there. Roger McCreary. Jahan Dotson. Traylon Burks. Arnold Beckery. Drake Jackson. Trevor Penning. Daxton Hill. Leo Chenal. Jordan Davis. Devontae Wyatt. Brisker. Daniel Falele, the 400-pound behemoth. Quadruple cheeseburger. Cam Thomas, Logan Hall, Jermaine Johnson, Sky Moore, Kinsley, Zion Johnson. I mean, really a lot of good talent here to choose from, Mike.
Yeah. So let's go back to the Cowboys' history of drafting offensive linemen in the first round. Okay. Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, these guys. So will Mike McCarthy, Will McClay, Jerry, and Steven go offensive line? Because I feel like if you go offensive line, you could probably trade back, get another third-round pick like they did last year, and still get an offensive lineman because there's so much depth there, right, Joe?
Yeah.
So if I was the Cowboys and I was here, and I'm looking at this, okay, do I trade back, get offensive lineman later? Can I get offensive lineman in the second round? Right? So there's nicks and knacks and things of that sort that can help me out here. So let's see. Cowboys need to trade down. Exactly, Lamont. However, there's no trading in this mock draft. So if I'm the Cowboys and I'm staying put, you got to go guard here. Regardless of whatever you're doing. Connor Williams, he's going to be a free agent. He's not bringing him back, right? So you look at Forniak, he's playing center, probably behind there, a rotational guard. I don't see Forniak as a starter with where we drafted him at. If he has real good development over the offseason, then maybe, Joe. So Zion Johnson, he's a mauler. He's a baller from Boston College, and that's who I'm going to go with.
Zion Johnson. Okay. Mike is making his pick. Zion Johnson. The pick is in. All right,
And then this is the early mock draft, guys. Don't shoot me. Don't make fun of me here. It's just a mock draft.
We are now in the second round, guys. Let's see what Mike does here with the second round. With the 56th pick, I think it is. Jermaine Johnson's gone. Christian Harris. Brisker's gone. Devontae Wyatt's gone. A lot of good talent coming off the board here, Mike. Trey McBride. Cowboys are on the clock, Mike. 56th pick. What positions do you want to look at? Anybody in particular you want to look
Let's
for?
go back to the guard position and let's see who's available after this. Right? So let's see here. If the Cowboys traded back They could have obtained a third-round pick. And this one, they had to stay put. Let's say we didn't go guard. Marquise Hayes, my guys out of Oklahoma, was right there. I really – he's going to be tons of funds better than freaking Connor Williams, right? That was one of my Senior Bowl watches. Look at Ed Ingram right there too. So in real life, I think the Cowboys can trade back if they really want to do it, acquire another pick, and go from there. So, just because I went with a guard in the first round doesn't mean the Cowboys are going to do that. They can trade back and still get somebody very valuable there in the second round. So let's look at wide receiver, right? Because this Amari Cooper talk, Michael Gallup coming off of ACL, wide receiver, guys, is a big need. Amari Cooper will save $20 million on the cap if we get rid of him, right? So wide receiver is something we have to look at. Joe, tell me right now, looking at this right here in the second round, is there anybody you would pick?
Man, honestly, they got kind of wiped out. You're looking at these are legit, day two players. The one that I would look at would be John Mechie, out of Alabama, the speedster. He should be ready for camp when that gets going. You got a Boise State guy, and now we have a Boise State wide receivers coach. So who knows about that guy there? Jalen Tolbert had a pretty good Senior Bowl, but it's a small school, and I don't know if the Cowboys are gonna ever return to drafting small school prospects, but you never know.
So wide receiver, my scenario, you trade back, you still get your wide receiver. That's if Coop goes. But let's see what happened with Michael Gallup, right? So that scenario could play out, and then you still go get your guard in the second round. Another need the Cowboys need to look at. Yes, we got Jabril Cox and Micah Parsons there. Let's look at the best available linebacker, Joe. Let's go inside linebacker. Here we go.
You got linebacker. Here we go. Here's all the linebackers.
All right.
Pretty good choices here. Very good choices on the board here still.
I like that Chad Mama.
Yeah, Chad Mama. He's pretty good. Tyndall's good. Brandon Smith's good. Chanel's pretty good.
Samoa. Let's go Mama. Let's do that. That's my second round pick.
Chad Mama with the second round.
Yep.
There it is, guys.
Yep.
Mike got his choices in here for the second round. I like that pick, Mike. So here's Mike's pick. Zion Johnson in the first round. Chad Mama.
Yeah.
Right. Not bad at all. Top 50 according to PFF's board there. So that's pretty good. You got a pretty good steal there on Chad Muma there. 47th ranking according to them. You got him at 56. So that's not bad at all, Mike. Guys in the chat box, what do you guys think about Zion Johnson, Chad Muma? Love these picks, man. That offensive line has to get love there. I just don't. At the end of the day, I don't think they're going to move Lyle Collins. I think they're going to keep him at right tackle. They just they don't want to move him there for whatever reason. So the guard and center have to be the two that really need to get that upgrade. And I feel that if they do in fact keep Tyron Smith, at least you have better depth now. You got Terrence Steele and you got Ball, who I think is going to could be potentially the future at one of those tackle positions, along with Steele. I think they're just going to ride it out here. It kind of looks like, but you never know. Chad Muma, yeah, man, I agree. Linebacker, you got to have some more in there, right? It can't just be Micah Parsons,
Francis Bernard.
Francis Bernard and Gifford. These guys, they're just
special team players.
Yeah, special teams guys. So Jabril Cox coming back from that injury, I think he'll be good to go. And then you add in another monster linebacker, Chad Muma. I think you can't go wrong there with that. I love it, Mike.
Yeah,
good picks there indeed. All right.
Joe's
So
turn. Drum roll, please.
all right. So now we're gonna get down to mine. So I'm gonna choose a different one. That way you guys can see the different simulators. So that's PFF. And I actually want to take a look at this new one. We can all look at it together. So let me share this one out here with you guys. All right. No, I don't think Jabril's gonna be a safety, bro.
I don't think he'll be a
They've
safety.
been- They tried to do that. That's the talk every offseason. We're gonna convert this guy. We're gonna convert this guy. I just
Remember
don't.
when Cheeto Bayouze is supposed to be a safety?
Everybody was supposed to be a safety. Even Jordan Lewis was getting talk
Hell, next
of
thing we know,
being a
Michael
safety.
Parsons is going to be a safety.
Yeah. Nah, I think they like Jabril where he's at. Let me see. Okay, so new draft simulator here. NFL mock draft
I was
database.
joking.
This is a new one here. So we'll do this together. This is my very first time to use this. So let's see how it works. We already got some ads here popping up. I don't particularly like that. Okay, Cowboys. We're going to do the 2 rounds. All right. All right, let's start. There we go. Aiden Hudson.
Yeah, you
Thibodeau.
can name your mock draft. That's pretty cool.
Evan Neal. Cross Hamilton. Karloftis off the board. Let's see here.
Look at the Eagles back-to-back picks right there.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. Hopefully the Eagles mess that up.
You know they are.
All right, we're on the clock. Trevor Penning just got taken off the board. Broke my heart. Chris Olave, Jameson Williams. I really like this one. Look at that. I could see this happening. Malik Willis going to Pittsburgh. I could totally see that there. Corral. Traylon Burks. Kenny Pickett. It seems like these guys kind of have their crap together. You know what I mean? I don't see anything that's really crazy looking over here. So, not bad. We're on the clock. 24th pick. I'm going to switch it up here, Mike. You went offense with your first player.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys in this one, just to change it up, let's look at edge. Jermaine Johnson's there. Cam Thomas is there. Arnold Beckety, he's there. Drake Jackson. Boye Mafe. This guy here, he's an animal. He's an animal. I think you're going to hear more about Boye Mafe, especially once the combine comes through. I think Boye Mafe is going to test really well. Not a lot of people talking about him. He had a very good Senior Bowl, in my opinion. He was one of my favorites, actually. But for the sake of this mock draft, we're going to go Jermaine Johnson. I don't know that he'll be here when the actual draft happens, but in this one, like I said, Mike, you went offense in yours. I'm going to change it up, go defense here.
I like it.
And get that edge rusher because,
We don't know what's happening with Randy Gregory.
We don't know what's going to happen with DeMarcus Lawrence. That number is very big. Randy Gregory, I expect them to give him a deal, right? But we have yet to get a full season out of Randy Gregory. This was probably the one that we got the most of. So you can't have enough. And we're going to go there. Jermaine Johnson, he's a Cowboy. And we're going to get after these quarterbacks in the NFC East. Especially those pesky Giants who I think are improving little by little as we speak.
They're the Giants. Somebody will mess it up. They hired Joe Judge for crying out loud.
Yeah, that's true. That was terrible. We're back on the clock.
They made Jason Garrett an offensive coordinator.
Second round, we are back on the clock. I'm hunting an offensive lineman, interior guy. Let me see who we got left in here. Mike Jamari, I like him. Ed Ingram.
Ooh, that's my boy right there.
Lindstrom, Parham,
Marquise
Hayes, Cole Strange. If you want to center, Stuber, Ford, Donovan West. Interesting there. Offensive linemen. Take a look here. Receivers here. David Bell would be a good one there. The other ones, Mechie possibly. Double dip at edge. We're going to get after people. Tight ends, Trey McBride. Tons of tight ends here available. Beautiful, actually. Trey McBride,
Yeah.
Weidemeyer, Likely, Ruckert. That's my guy. Kolar, Turner. Dulcich is basically a Jarwin clone. He's the guy that can get down the field and really be a red zone target. I wouldn't take Dulcich here. I'd probably take one of these other tight ends. But let me see. What is everybody saying in the chat box? Where do you guys want to go? Let's see here. Let's see what we got here in the chat box, everybody. Mitchie, injury prone. Yep, that's a good point there. Lamont. McBride got an offensive tackle by Danny Savage. Giants, garbage fuck. Let's see. Danny says, oh, tackle again. When are the cuts supposed to be made? Hayes is still there. Mumford's a beast. Boye Mafe. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see here.
Mario said BPA all day.
Okay, so these are good too. Okay, so Max Mitchell. Now, the name to keep an eye on here would be Sean Ryan. Tackle, but a road grader. I think I project Sean Ryan as going inside as a guard. Mike McCarthy likes that program very much. I'm gonna do a deep dive on Sean Ryan and get you guys a little bit more info on him. But that's somebody to look at. Tackle in college, but projects more as an offensive guard. Do I like him better than Ed Ingram? I do.
Like who better?
Sean Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Actually like him more than a lot of these guys at guard, tackle, cornerback. You guys want to go cornerback? Kobe Bryant. He's a possibility, but we do have Boss Man Fat. Should be in the mix, right?
Yeah, he should be.
Should be in the mix. We'll definitely get more. Houston cornerbacks. That's a scratch that off the list. Don't like that. How about your D line? There's Travis Jones, the behemoth. Garrett, Zachary Carter's good. There's Neil Farrell, another John Ridgeway. I love him. Otito Ogbonia, he's pretty good. Myron Tungvaloa. I don't know if he's related to Tua. Could be. I don't know.
Could be. That's out of common last name.
Yeah. So a lot of good talent here for the second round pick, guys. Let me see. Is there any consensus here where we want to go? Let's see what we got here, guys. Trey McBride, let Schultz walk. I almost feel that we might be able to get by to the third round and grab that tight end. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to go with the Ryan pick there, Mike. I'm going to go with the Sean Ryan, and we're going to bump him inside, and we're going to run over people again. All right? So Sean Ryan, second round, UCLA. Let's rock and roll. Let's start running over people again.
Nice pick, Joe. Nice picks.
Let's see. Can we cancel out of this? Okay.
They get to hit save.
There we go. So we got Jermaine Johnson. I think that's a little bit of a steal there in the first round.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan liked that one there. Move him inside to guard. So, little by little, you're rebuilding that offensive line. Road grader, glass eater, Sean Ryan. Guys, if you haven't checked them out, check them out for sure. But Mike, I like these picks. We changed it up. give our viewers different names, some different scenarios to think about. You know what I
So
mean?
different platforms to use.
Different platforms to use. I actually like this one. It's kind of got some ads here and there. Oh, as long as I don't get real like addy, like what was that other mock simulator that was hot back in the
Oh
day?
goodness, it was horrible.
You remember that one?
I do. It was Draft Simulator something.
Yeah, that one went downhill real bad. It got real too many ads, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I like these picks, man. You went Zion Johnson with your first there, Mike, and then in your second one you went linebacker, which definitely would be on the board. All right, so lots of scenarios to think about, and obviously, and I don't know that free agency will have that much of effect on it unless they spend, which they don't do that, right? They're going to sign their own guys, and it's going to be clearance aisle again.
Oh, you have to. We're negative 21 million in the hole.
Yeah. So they're definitely gonna make some of those cuts, right? Fans they should be prepared for it. Do we agree? Maybe, maybe not. But it's part of the deal here with Stephen Jones, Mike. Right? You and I were talking offline. This all kind of the root of this mess is that Ezekiel Elliott giving him that contract really early. And basically, he's not cuttable right now. That cap hit is like enormous right now. So you got to wait another year for the Zeke one. But they ran the wheels bald on him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm low key worried about the running back position there because are they going to force feed a gimpy Zeke Elliott or are they going to wake up and give the ball to Pollard and let him get the yards? That's the interesting part about this season, Mike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so sad that I said it last year at the beginning of the year when things were going good, when we were playing crappy teams, right? I said, people were like, oh my goodness, Kellen more of this, Kellen more of that. And I was like, I still don't trust him. Oh, but he's using Tony Pollard. He won't use it consistently just because he's using them in these couple of games. At the end of the year, he ain't going to use them. Zeke was hurt, and they still didn't use him.
Yeah. It didn't make sense. And you know what I mean? It's like, I think fans know, like, hey, man, like, okay, he's legitimately not 100%. We saw him limping around. Like, I don't think fans would be mad at Pollard getting more carries at this point. You
You
know what I
can't
mean?
get mad. You know he's the better back. He's more elusive. He has more speed. Like you can't get mad at that. Zeke, I mean, 31 situations maybe, but how many times in 31 situations did he get stuffed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a low key, possible need. We'll see what they do. Did they bring back Corey Clement? I liked him. Rico Dowdle's not an answer. That guy can't stay healthy. He gets banged. You hit him and he's out. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah,
I like him, but he can't stay healthy, and we got to get rid of these can't be healthy guys. Like that hurts the team. All right, so there'll be some running back names out there that'll be available in the mid rounds. You know what I mean? Like by no means am I saying, oh, let's get Isaiah Spiller in the first. Let's get one in the. If I'm looking at running back, fourth round is probably the very earliest I would even consider one, Mike. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But these premium picks, I think they got to go early. It could be a repeat of the 2014 draft. You know what I mean? Where you went Zach Martin in the first, the Marcus Lawrence in the second. It might be time to do that again. Either guard and then defense or defense and guard. It might be that for 2022, Mike.
yeah, for sure. Because we're gonna possibly lose talent with Tank Lawrence and Mari Cooper and Zeke. He'll save $8 million on the cap if you cut him post June 1. That'll free up some money if you want to get some last minute free agents like they did with Malik Hooker. But it's just it's so crazy how many 1-year deals we got. All these star players that aren't contributing to the field is eating up all this cap, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or offensive coordinators ain't scheming like they're supposed to do for these players. So it's just paid players just running up and down the field. That's all it is. They're track stars right now. They're not football players because no one can scheme around them.
Mike, let's talk about that. let's talk about, obviously we got the news just the other day that Kellen Moore didn't get the job at Miami and went to McDaniel, the 49er, mentor to Shanahan. So you got to feel that he's going to work his magic with Tua Tagovailoa. And now we get Kellen Moore back. The training wheels are still there. Is Mike McCarthy going to grab the wheel and put more influence on this offense, or are we screwed?
We're screwed, Joe. Mike McCarthy can't do anything. Mike McCarthy picked everybody, handpicked his staff, except who? The offensive coordinator. Why? Because of Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
And this is a Jerry Jones thing. Mike McCarthy, he put it in black and white for me, Joe. He said this is the Cowboys offense. He didn't say this is my offense. He didn't say this is Kellen's offense. He said this is the Cowboys offense, right?
Yeah.
And what that is it's Dak Prescott's offense. Can Dak Prescott learn a new offense? Can he learn a new scheme? Do they have confidence in him to do that? Because if you look at the plays, Kurt Warner did a dang good film breakdown, Joe, and the route patterns were exactly the same over 50% of the game against those 49ers, Joe.
Yeah.
And he didn't change it up at all. That Dak had time. He's supposed to make progressions, and Kurt Warner did a fantastic job. If you haven't watched it already, watch it, but get ready, because my stomach just kept twisting and turning as Kurt Warner was going on with this stuff, dude. It made me sick to my stomach. And a lot of it, just has to do with, if you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Amari Cooper, you got Dalton Schultz, and Jarwin came back, and you were running the same concepts, Joe, that falls on your offensive coordinator. And Mike McCarthy has no power in that. Because this is the Cowboys offense, as Mike McCarthy calls it. So he won't step in. He can't step in. And it's going to be the same BS. I don't know how people were jumping on that Kellen Moore train early. I got receipts, buddy, because I wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's true. You know what I mean? Like we all want to be optimistic, but you gotta be realistic at the same time. And it's he said Cowboys offense, and the Cowboys offense has been Garrett's offense since what, 2007?
Seven.
You got a little bit of Linehan, you got a little bit of Callahan, but it's still that type of offense. The offense we're running here, Mike McCarthy was not running this with Green Bay. That was more of a traditional West Coast type of offense, because that's the tree he comes from, right? We're not running that here. We're not. So yeah, man, it was disappointing. I really wanted Kellen Moore to get the hell out of here, but it is what it is. And did he learn anything? Because he's learning, right? He's still learning, coach in learning.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how they handle this. You got Jerry Jones kind of undermining the whole process, as far as like Dan Quinn would be a good coach, and yes, I would hire him as the head coach. Like, all right, so
which I wouldn't mind. I would not mind Dan Quinn being our head coach.
Well, and the thing about it, Mike, that I think is happening here is that he's already put that out there. The seed is there, but he also gets to keep Kellen Moore even longer, probably, because part of the deal for Dan Quinn is going to be like, okay, Dan, we're going to insert you as the head coach because we don't want to give 5 draft picks for Sean Payton. So you're our guy, but you got to keep Boy Wonder over here and try to make it work. All right. I think that's how it went down, man.
And I don't know if you heard this or not, but there was a lot of GM NFL executive leaks when Kellen Moore was doing his head coaching interview tour, and a lot of people basically laughed in the interview room after Kellen Moore left, and they're like, "How is this guy's not a player motivator?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I've never seen him do anything on the sideline. I don't think he has the temperament. You know what I mean? In one of the games here at the end of the year, a play didn't go good. He didn't go and talk to Dak Prescott. He just looked, and Dak went to the bench with Nussmeier. I never see him really talking to Dak. I'm like, is a
And
relationship.
who did that? Jason Garrett never talked to his players.
Yeah. So that's what it is. It's passed down, right? So don't like that. I think GMs they know it. You know what I mean? It's another Garrett, really. Like you're going off of stats, and the stats don't tell the whole story.
Not when you go one and done and only score 17 points when your defense is holding them to field goals.
One and done. That ridiculous play to end the game. What are you thinking? Why are you running there? Why risk? I mean, I'm sure that's a question that got asked.
They
Like, hey,
didn't even give the referee a heads up, like, "Hey, I'm running it here. Get your ass down there and touch the ball."
yeah, just not good play calls, and it's worrisome. If we're being quite frank, like I said, we want to be optimistic, but the history's there. With the Garrett type of offense, it can't get it done. And in today's NFL, the Garrett offense, it'll get ate up. It'll get up. It's not.
And we
it's
are.
not-
Our players, Joe, after that Bronco game, and yes, we played some tough playoff teams, but after that Broncos game, our wide receiver during the Broncos game, and then after that, our wide receivers couldn't beat one-on-one coverage, Joe, because they were running the same rink-a-dink crap routes, dude, and Kellen Moore don't adjust. I don't know how people could be excited about this because they must have not watched that 40-minute video of what Kurt Warner did, and they must not just have the eye test and turn on all 22 film to even see it for themselves. It's ridiculous how people can love that guy.
Yeah, Kellen Moore, another year of it. So, and then he's got his wide receiver coach in there, Mike, like we talked about during the draft simulator. So he gets Prince, wide receiver, was there with him at Boise State. So, what's that going to mean? You know what I mean? So we need somebody that can really elevate CeeDee Lamb, because I'm worried that he's getting pigeonholed as a number 2. They should have gotten some more legit wide receiver coach, and I'm not really sure who that might be, but I know it's probably not who we had, and I don't think it's this Prince guy. You know what I mean? So this is a critical year for CeeDee Lamb. It really is, because this is where we're going to find out, is he a number 1? Is this a guy that you want to re-sign at a big-ass contract, because that's what Stephen Jones does?
Because he wears 88. All because he wears 88.
Because he wears 88. So, so that's the deal there. But, guys, that's all we have tonight. A good show tonight. We got 2 mock drafts, two second rounds. So
we call it a double-double, like Mike McCarthy calls it. When you score to end the half and you score to start the half, we call that a double-double.
That's a double-double, baby. So we got that out there. Talked a little bit about that there. Kellen Moore news. Don't quite like that. Don't quite like that, but we'll see if we can get some kind of miraculous changing here for the Cowboys. But, guys,
Mike McCarthy has to put in plays, dude. He can't just sit there looking dumb.
Yeah, he does. Mike, let everybody know where they can find you if they haven't already, bro.
Yeah, _Cowboys Corner right there on Twitter, and Cowboys Corner right here on YouTube. You guys know who I am. But hopefully next week, Joe, I can make an announcement. I'm working behind the scenes. I'm working quiet. Hopefully next week I can break some news to you and let you know where you get some more content at.
Absolutely, guys. So make sure you guys hit us up, hit like on your way out, subscribe and share, and we'll see you next week for another Frisco Report, guys. Peace out, everybody.
On one side, but that guy on the other side.
The Pro Bowl. This is the NFC cap right here. The Pro Bowl. Limited edition.